Hey y'all, I'm sorry. I'm getting gray hairs. I just saw gray hairs in my head. I was like, oh my gosh, here's the wisdom coming in. But anyway, I have this to say to you. I'm doing it really quickly because I'm about to go cook, okay? But anyway, I've found out something that I think is very interesting. And it's something that I did not quite acknowledge before. I've gone probably about a little over 100 sessions so far. Oh my gosh, thank God. And every single individual that I connect with, it's so beautiful and it brings so much joy and there's a beautiful exchange. But here's something that I have learned beyond a reasonable doubt. Now, many questions that a lot of you have is, am I at the right place? Am I exactly where I need to be? Because somehow I feel as if I don't need to be here or things aren't working out the way I expected. And I know many of you sit across the screen from me, or many of you who are sitting across the screen right now, you have this feeling, oh my gosh, this thing that I'm doing, I don't like it anymore. I used to like it, I don't now. However, maybe it's something that I chose to do because it's from my family lineage, and you have to be this. So I had to let go of the creative spark, these things that I used to love to do as a child, because they said it was not going to sustain me. I'm talking in every aspect that I can think of. I did it because my father was it, my grandfather, my great-grandfather, and I did it. But really and truly, this is the thing that I love to my heart. And so many of you have this question, am I exactly where I want to be? From my human mind, I'll probably say, what do you love to do? And you might say, oh, you know what, I like to play football. Or you know what, I like to do art. Or I love to play the fiddle, or whatever it is. And my human mind will say, well, you're absolutely not where you need to be. However, my guides have taught me this, which is quite exciting. No matter, and I'll repeat this, no matter where you are in your life now, and I know even if you're battling an illness or going through what you call a dysfunctional family, wherever you are in your life right now is exactly where you need to be by choice. Let me explain the by choice, because I didn't understand it either. Now, for those of us who are living a life in somebody else's dream, or living a life because of trend, or because you want to get to this identity structure, or you need to be the A1 lawyer, whatever it is, or it's something that was passed down in family lineage, or you just find yourself in this situation, relation, whatever the ship is, that has somehow depleted so much of you that you think, oh my gosh, I can never find out that thing that makes or gives me joy and happiness anymore. For some reason, the angels explained to me that you are exactly where you need to be by choice, because although you might have somebody else who played a part in your life to have you where you are, it's still within an aspect your choice of choosing to withhold love from yourself, one, but also two, although in a sense you're withholding love from yourself by saying yeses when you're supposed to say no, what the powers that be says is, in that very moment, everything you still need to get you to your mastery, you're picking it up exactly where you are. You are a placeholder holding space for somebody who's witnessing your tenacity and your bravery and, this beautiful hero cape that you have on, going through this dark space, this darkness that you're going through, or this illness. Or it is a case where you're doing this, having this career, going through all these years in school, but your mastery, this creative gift that you always wanted to do, that you said, oh my gosh, I can't do it because my family says, don't you dare, I'm going to cut you off. The powers that be, God, Creator, somehow still set it up where you are exactly where you need to be. Because to get to the creative mastery that you need to get to, all the skills that you're picking up, or all the grits that you're harboring, allowing yourself to stand in your truth and your power, the grace that you need, the compassion that you need to learn, the forgiveness that you need to learn, learning how to pour into yourself from the mistakes that you said you made, now from the mistakes that you made that allowed you to feel, oh my gosh, I shrunk my light for so many years. How could I have chosen to say those yeses instead of no's? I hope I'm not going too fast. And breathe. And within those moments, when you finally understand that, you know what, enough is enough, I've hit rock bottom, you find out you really didn't waste any time. It's like in the Christian faith, we have this thing I always heard, and I don't remember the exact text now, that even when the darkness or the devil has something planned for you, God was the one who already set up the plan for the devil to believe that they were planning for you, but it was God's plan to begin with. Yeah, I hope you understand that. So even if somebody was putting you within their scene, allowing you to play out their scene by withholding love from you, everything that you needed to get to your mastery for when you finally get to the place where you said, listen, mate, I'm done, enough is enough. You've harnessed every single skill that you needed anyway from those experiences to rise like a phoenix into your own mastery. It hit me out the ballpark because I was like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? But every single time, the angels proved that it's true. So you are exactly where you need to be by choice. Some of you, you've been sitting in these situations, whatever these ships are, for too long. And your heart is saying, it's time, it's time, it's time, subtly. And when you don't listen, sometimes it shouts, it screams, it shakes you up. Sometimes it gives you an NDE. Sometimes it causes something catastrophic to happen, not to you, but through you, for you to witness and experience it, to say, you know what? It's time for me to stand up in my truth and my power. It's time for me to tap into this creative space that I need to go in. It's time for me to, let go of this job, this situation, this crowd, this belief, this culture, whatever it is that simply takes more out of me than gives to me. And when you finally get to that space, you'll find out, oh my gosh, I already have everything. My bag's already packed without you even thinking, what am I going to need to take to the next step? Because you actually harnessed everything you needed in all those situations, in all those dark places you went to. You found out, oh my gosh, I wasn't there because life was beating up on me. I was the light that was sent into those places to be the lighthouse. I was boots on the ground. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. That's why I'm in this space, because I'm going to bring these intuitive skills together and I'm going to harness them, practical with spiritual, and actually be the service that will help humanity, one person at a time. I found this very interesting and I wanted to share it with you because it's one of the most prominent questions that comes up. I don't think I'm where I'm supposed to be. I feel so stuck, and that word stuck, oh my gosh, we need to strike it from the dictionary because it's not a good word, really. You're having a challenge in life, will ya? Just say that, and it opens the doorway to say, I'm having a challenge, this obstacle course. I may fall, but I'm going to get up back and I'm going to go at it again. And it opens the doorway for excitement. Don't say you're stuck and it's hard, because it tends to get stucker and harder and harder. Okay. Anyway, I wanted to share that with you because I found it very profound, and it might save you from asking me that again. However, maybe if this is the only question you had, I hope that answered it and it helps you some way to finally straighten your back kind of and say, you know what, it's time. Bye-bye.